guys! So, a few things before I talk about this video, or I get into this video. I'm on a different camera. This is my new vlogging camera. I'm gonna get more in the light. Can I do this? My skin looks really nice in this lighting. I'm in a hotel right now in London, which is why this is sort of like vloggy style. I clearly don't have a tripod or anything. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit. I think there was a lot of confusion on the video that I posted yesterday on my new collection with Society Plus. So I'm in London right now, and I came here for the debut of my line with Society Plus, and I want to make a few things really clear because I think some people are a little bit confused. Number one, I'm a blogger. I have a collection with them. I've spent months designing and picking things and saying no to things and saying yes to things, and I mean, it sounds very tedious. No, it's been a great experience, but at the same time, I am not the brand. I want to throw that out there. Just like Jaclyn Hill doesn't own Becca Cosmetics, just like Kathleen doesn't own Ofra or ColourPop, or Danny doesn't own ColourPop, or anyone else you've seen with a collection, a clothing line, I do not own Society Plus. I do not make any executive decisions. All I have done is create a collection with them. I picked out clothes that I enjoyed. I had a lot of creative say in what is in the collection, obviously. I picked only things that I really enjoy, but I am not Society Plus. Number two, I was not in charge of the fashion show, and I did not pick models for my show. That being said, I was really disappointed yesterday because perhaps I should have just put the entire Society Plus fashion show in that video and just not cut anything out. And I'm actually going to show you an example in a moment here. A lot of people were very upset because they didn't feel like the models were plus size. And I want to quickly address that, quite frankly, my first runway show experience, and that's kind of what I'm touching on in this video, it's my first runway, was amazing because the models were incredible. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was really freaking cool to be backstage and see women whose bodies looked like mine. They had tummies, they had cellulite, and they had big butts. You know, like, just because the clothing fits them differently and just because they have curves in different places doesn't mean they're not plus size. I do understand the frustration. I understand that you wanted to see bigger women, maybe people who had, like, and I'm not saying this is a mean thing. I know a lot of you tell me not to say the word fat or use the word fat to describe you or me or anyone else. I don't think a lot of people realize either. A lot of people were like, well, there was one girl who was kind of plus size. I was the girl who opened the show. I was the one in the red tutu and the black top. Some people realized, some people didn't. There were girls that were, let's just say, and I know that this can be perceived as an ugly word, but there were girls that were fatter. There were very thick girls. There were very curvy girls, even just in the Society Plus show. And I'm going to have a lot of footage on my vlog channel in the coming weeks from the show. But I just don't think it's fair to try to boot people out of the plus size community just because they aren't the same type of plus size that you are. I think that we need to be a little bit more accepting as a community. And again, I understand wanting to see bodies on the runway, wanting to see bodies represented, but you can't say that you're upset with me, or, I mean, you could say that, but it doesn't have any validation. There's no reason for that because I didn't pick the models. There were way more body shapes and sizes on the runway, and I apologize that they weren't particularly in my collections, but again, Society Plus did not have control over the models. I did not have control over the models. I just was there as a model, and I was there to do press for my collection. That was it. That being said, I know that it can probably sound like I'm a little bit upset, but I loved UK Plus Size Fashion Week. I'm gonna go ahead and show a little bit more footage from the Society Plus show. Then it gets into all of the other stuff. The collection is too expensive, it's too cheap, it's too young, it's not young enough, it's too fancy, I would never wear that. And I understand. When I went into this, I tried to have something for everyone. That's why there are very basic pieces like the cardigans in the collection, which, for the record, are not even remotely cheap. I have two of them in my collection, and I want to pick them up and show them to you, but you're not going to be able to feel how soft they are. I wish you could. They're like baby butts. And I don't have an obligation to do any of this. I don't have an obligation to even talk to you guys about it. Society Plus and I created this line together, but I am not being paid to promote it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not an obligation, but it's my baby. So, you know, like, I can't even talk, Alex.
I'm sorry.
The quality to me is wonderful. The pieces to me are all things I would wear. And I tried to choose something that everyone would like. That's why there's a midi skirt, a mini skirt. That's why there are cardigans, very basic pieces. That's why there are tutus, which I know can be very extravagant, and maybe slightly harder pieces to wear, but I wanted something in there for everyone. And you guys have no idea. I haven't been able to talk about this process, but we have been working on this for so long, for a very long time. And don't get me wrong, I would say most of you are so excited and you've been so supportive, and I love you so much. I've like honestly ugly cried almost every day this week because I feel so much love and so much support. You guys are my human beings and you get me. But then there are so many of you who I've seen comment before and who have been so loyal to me, who I just feel like don't understand. Because obviously your opinions, your thoughts, everything, it's yours, it's valid, and it matters. But I wanted to make sure you understood that at the end of the day, all I did was have a say in what the line would look like. Sorry, Alex is in the bathroom. I think she just flushed the toilet if you hear that. Alex?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a nice pee break?
What, artist?
Did you have a nice pee break?
Yes. I need a tampon.
I just knew what I wanted in the collection. I knew it would represent me, and that's all I did. That being said, this is called my first runway experience. I don't actually know if that's what it's called. It's probably gonna be something like that. This chair, I was vlogging about this earlier, this chair dips back, and it's like a trust fall, and I just want to keep doing it. Like, is it gonna be the time that it snaps? My first runway experience was amazing. I had so much fun. UK Plus Size Fashion Week was a dream, you guys, and to walk in my own line was crazy. I had so much help learning how to walk, and it was just so good. I thought it looked beautiful. A lot of people were saying that the makeup wasn't good or the hair wasn't good, but we all had to look the same, and it was very much so an editorial sort of look. Of course, it doesn't look good in the day-to-day, or maybe it doesn't to you, but at the same time, like, it was for editorial. It was to stand out on stage because we're under such harsh lights and people are snapping photos and there's lots of flash photography. So it had to stand out, and no, I didn't particularly love it in the real world, but it was beautiful in context, you know, like keep it all in context. I thought my collection looked incredible. The stylist on the show did such a good job styling everything. And yeah, I think the only other real thing I wanted to say is that I had a great time, and I wanted to talk about this because I feel like there's just a bit of a misunderstanding. I wanted to show you proof that there weren't just models that some people, I don't know how to say it, I guess that some people don't find plus size. I think it's important to remember that plus size is, like, honestly in the fashion world, like anywhere from like an 8 or a 10 to, or a 12 in some lines to like, hello there.
We are all beautiful.
We are all beautiful. Don't you agree? I just think it's I don't know how to say this. I just want people to be nicer and include more people in the community. Again, I understand where a lot of you are coming from with the whole, like, you wish there were more body types in my collection. And again, no creative control over that, no control at all over that. It was pure coincidence because the Society Plus show was meshed with the LoeyLane Society Plus show. Does that make sense? I saw several different body shapes in my collection, but perhaps, I don't know, maybe I saw more of the girls than you did in that particular, you know, because I was around them all day. Maybe I just saw more of them than you guys did in my clothes. But I wanted to talk about this really quickly. The skirt, and people will always accuse me of lying or making crap up or whatever it is. The skirt that was on the model in the runway, this one was with the striped top. This skirt that was on the model in the runway, this is the skirt from the runway. I have it. I have worn it out and about. I don't know how to say it any other way. Like, they're just clothes and they fit people differently, and I totally wore it. I wore it the other day for a lookbook, which you will see coming soon. And that's like a huge thing too I wanted to tell you guys, was that the lookbook for this collection on my body is coming really soon. for those of you who felt like you didn't see it on a body shape that made sense to you. We're about to go shopping. I was just taking a break to talk about this because I've been getting these comments all day. I've been getting really angry messages all day. I've been getting people saying they're unsubscribing, they're disappointed in me, you know, like I did all these horrible things, and I feel like I've said it all. I feel like I've said it all so many times. But you just have to understand, it's just a collection. I'm not the brand, I'm not the fashion show, I'm not anything but LoeyLane, and that's all I'm gonna be, guys. But thank you. What are you laughing at?
Beautifully said.
Why are you laughing?
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to clear the air a bit. And yeah, that lookbook will be coming really soon. They have been, oh my gosh, Society Plus was telling me, you guys, so many of you have bought the collection. There are pieces selling out, and it's nuts.
It's crazy.
How do you feel?
It's pure madness. I don't know what to do with myself. I can't speak normal.
I know, we've been speaking in weird voices the entire time. What are this?
What are these?
But I just wanted to clear the air and thank you guys for being so supportive. I wanted to thank you for all you've done for me. I wanted to thank you for 500,000 subscribers. I wanted to, do you have any clue how much self-control it's taking? You twerked with your back!
I can't twerk.
You can't twerk?
No.
No, I can't either. No.
Can't make it work. So I fake it, and then I
fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Now it's just weird. Alright guys, I love you. I'm sure that this made sense in some form or fashion. I'm not mad. I'm not mad, she says as she screams at the camera. I'm just really frustrated because I feel like some people are just missing the point, but I love you guys, and those aren't fancy.
We just want everyone to be happy and enjoy the collection because it's so pretty.
Thanks, babe.
It's so pretty, and like it makes me sad when people say that like it's not in style or trendy because it's just so perfect. Like,
thank you.
I just love it. It's like perfect. I love it.
I paid it. What you guys don't know is that I paid Learning to be Fearless.
Yep.
Approximately a
Her
sum.
usual rate.
Yes, the usual rate of approximately $3 million to say nice things about my collection.
That's why I can afford all sorts of fancy clothes like this Gap t-shirt.
Alright guys, I love you. I'm gonna go now because whatever. But I will see you very soon. Bye.